But I had to hang up on the guy and delay him out because there's no point in letting him put out his COINTELPRO. What's COINTELPRO? According to FBI records, COINTELPRO resources were expended on infiltrating, disrupting, marginalizing, and/or subverting groups suspected of being subversive. I can't tell you how many times I've just gone to any political event.
Constantly put on the defensive against the federal government. Every single time. Be it the FCC coming to town and trying to shut down our local micro broadcaster. Be it the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration coming to town and trying to shut down and train the police officers to do blood withdrawals. Be it the BATF now.
That's an example of COINTELPRO. Here's another great example of COINTELPRO.
You are not going to get away with your activities. You are not going to get away.
Hey, ladies, the Second and First Amendment can bail out of my face.
I'm here to tell you right now that we are not your property.
You're not part of the team.
Right now.
You're not part of the team.
I mean, I almost started crying last night when I was at that demonstration. And I saw these families bringing their children up to me for me to shake their hand, and I just look at their innocence.
He's trying to take over our rally that a lot of people worked on.
Is that once they cause all the infighting and division and problems, then everyone spends their time on that, and then you can't expand your organizations.
All right, it's the freedom movement divided in Austin. Somebody doesn't want to play nice.
And every time I go to a big city and see provocateurs, I've seen it in Austin.
Are you ready to come down?
That's COINTELPRO, playing that against people, creating racial division, infiltrating groups, trying to radicalize them, trying to get people to commit acts of violence so they can put them in prison.
You have never had more solid evidence that Alex Jones is working for the bad guys than right here, right now. Because what he's doing, he's coming to a peaceful rally, he's trying to stir up violence.
They want to radicalize mainline libertarians, conservatives, so we can be politically demonized, so we don't become mainstream and take our country back.
Us look like lunatics. Number one. Number two, he gets us divided amongst ourselves.
The reason I know is my dad came to the protest and I didn't notice him. Because the whole time I was there, I had like COINTELPRO poking me and getting in my face. They send in people to cause violence. They spread lies about you.
I'm here being
We wanted to give you a speaking spot, but instead of working with us, you're yelling on top of us.
That's a diversion. That's a diversion. Pure diversion. Wow. That's guilty. If you're not, that's guilty. That's guilty.
And now you are acting like the property to just come in here and climb right on top of us.
Don't worry. Like COINTEL. So how is
exactly like COINTEL.
City Austin.
So you should be lifting us up and empowering us instead of holding us.
I wasn't lifted up or empowered.
When you see them demonizing people like Ron Paul, myself, and others, you know it is a COINTELPRO operation. We, the patriots, the constitutionalists, we're the good guys. We're trying to save the republic. And anybody that stands against that is a treasonous, traitorous, larcenous enemy of humanity. Period.
Either you're with us or you're with the enemy. There's no in between. You're either with us or you're with the enemy. That's clear.
But getting back to COINTELPRO, infiltrate your group, and we need to incite violence to run off reasonable pacifists in your group, and so we can have you arrested and, quote, break up your group. They also want to radicalize the message. Get up! Get moving! Get moving, soldier! Defend the republic!
No! You had to move it! No! He was to put us in camp! Yeah, no one tried to put us in camp! She wants to put us in camp! She wants to put us in camp! Hey, she wants to put us in camp!
You know you you are good. You know, listening, that you're not COINTELPRO, because that's how COINTELPRO works so well. I'm the real thing. Do you have any discernment out there?
Hey, I'm proud to say Alex Jones wouldn't let me on his show. I'm proud to say he's still got Alexander Higgins' name in where my name is supposed to be on my quote from my intellectual property. But I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that because we now know, all evidence lends towards him being some kind of intelligence agent, and the whole thing's a giant operation, as I have been my contention since February of 2011. And if you look at March 1st, I put out Operation Mockingbird Style, Alternative Media Infiltration, and that one was just blown up all over. Well, here's Pete Santilli's got some information on this Molly Maroney, who's the editor-in-chief of InfoWars now, which is a former Stratfor employee, which is an Israeli intelligence firm. Okay, I spoke with Pete, yesterday on the phone, the 25th, at length, and had a great conversation with him and hope to go on a show soon. And we're both basically very skeptical now of the Jones InfoWars operation, and skeptical of many others as well, because let's face it, they all have interaction, don't they? They're all trading people here and there, and they're interviewing the same people, and people such as myself, people such as Pete Santilli, apparently he was refused to go. He actually was supposed to go on the show, but then the day of the show, he waited and sent some of his best information in the last few hours, and then he got bumped off the show all of a sudden, right? Well, in my case, I got bumped off the show because, well, if you look at my articles questioning Alex Jones and the alternative media, I was already calling him out and basically forced him to have to mention something about Plumegate or look like a total shill. Well, this is an interesting one. I'll give you a link. I'm going to reblog this on my Hattrick Penry WordPress blog, but excellent article. Again, this is Tattooed 1009 who's carrying this. And now a lot of us are really starting to mirror and saturate the independent alternative media with a new point of view and some new information, right? So follow this article and look into it. And again, it's just confirming it's just another nail in the coffin of Jones. And real quick before I go, don't be fooled by some of these popular guys that are going to come out against Jones in the end. Because remember, before Jones totally collapses and goes away, they're going to have another agent come in and start harping on Jones and try to pick up the group of people who are the Alex Jones skeptics, of people like, I don't trust Alex Jones anymore. They want to capture that audience now, believe me. And that's where I've been very skeptical of Mark Dice, because he won't talk about the stuff on my list of 15 things they won't talk about. Right? I don't care about tangy tangerine. I really don't. If you eat it, you're dumb. That's all I can say. You're not using your brain. So anyway, that's it. Follow this link. Check it out. More evidence on Jones. Stop going to this guy's channel. Don't give him any more credit. There's people of us in the independent media, if you're willing to look around. No need for me to start rattling off a list of names, but there's a number of us in here now who are willing to give you the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth as soon as we get it. Right? No delay. Start today. Hattrick Penry, over and out.
Hello, my fellow info warriors. Alex Jones here, introducing.
Alex Jones endorses pro-pure water filters because he believes
that the globalists are filling our water with radioactive isotopes, fluoride, lead, mercury, arsenic. And one of the few systems that can efficiently and economically...
So Alex Jones believes you should buy these water filters to remove or reduce the levels of lead, mercury, and arsenic in your water. But there's a problem. Why does Alex Jones endorse this product?
Check it out for yourself. It's incredible. Go to InfoWarsTeam.com today and order your first canister of Beyond Tangy Tangerine Complete Multivitamin Mineral Complex Dietary Supplement.
The problem can be found in the list of ingredients. This product contains lead, mercury, and arsenic.
When you start taking Beyond Tangy Tangerine, it is incredible. But you've got to continue taking it.
How can Alex Jones tell us on one hand that we must reduce the levels of
lead, mercury, arsenic
from our drinking water, while telling us a product containing lead, mercury, and arsenic
is incredible?
The question is, what does Alex Jones believe?
Remove or reduce lead, mercury, arsenic. Beyond Tangy Tangerine is incredible. Remove or reduce lead, mercury, arsenic. When you start taking Beyond Tangy Tangerine, you've got to continue taking it. Remove or reduce lead, mercury, arsenic. Beyond Tangy Tangerine is incredible. I only promote what I believe in.